still. Okay, so let's start by sitting. Sitting cross-legged, spine nice and tall, hands on knees. Let the shoulders drop away from your ears as you breathe in and out through your nose. Eyelids down. Circling your shoulders. Inhale as they come up and exhale as they go back. And then circling your head. Inhaling as you come up and over. Exhaling as you circle down. And then changing direction. And then letting your elbows start to circle. And just noticing for yourself how your breath and your movement thread together. Maybe full arm extensions if you've got space. So we're doing a really lovely classical vinyasa today. It's quite dynamic, so you can modify anytime. Bring your hands to your knees, circle your heart. As always, the postures I suggest are simply suggestions. You can freestyle anytime to make it feel good for you, switching directions. Okay, and then coming up to center, reaching your arms up, thumbs pointing upwards. Deep breath in and a little bit of fire breath as you pull the belly back against the spine. Movement is in the belly, not in the shoulders. And then bringing your hands down to your knees, drop the right hand to the floor, sweep the left arm up, and exhale, arm comes overhead. Inhaling as you sweep all the other way, enjoying how that feels in the side body. And you can move side to side like that. Coming back up through center, left hand to right knee, right hand behind. Inhale as you sit up and exhale as you rotate. Inhaling all the way around, bringing right hand to left knee, left hand behind. Inhale as you sit up and exhale as you rotate. And inhaling back to center, hands on knees, moving the heart forwards as you turn your gaze upwards, moving the heart back as you turn the chin towards the chest. Finding a sense of fluidity in the spine. And then inhaling back to center. Bring your breath right the way down into your heart space. Allowing a moment for the quiet whisper of your heart to give you a clue as to what an intention might be for today. Intention of this practice. How is it that you want it to make you feel? Your relationship with your body, your relationship with your breath. And then bring your breath right the way down into your pelvis. And remind yourself of this connection with Mula Bandha, the energetic reservoir of strength within the pelvis. And then a gentle smile on your lips, gentleness through the eyes. As we come to standing at the front of the mat for our practice. So we're going to start by doing 3 rounds of sun salutation A. This is really just as a warm-up, so we're not getting tangled up in alignment or anything. We're way more curious about how we can move to create space in the body. So the breath is guiding us and the movement is flowing from there. So as you inhale, reach your arms up overhead like a beautiful morning stretch, pressing down through the soles of your feet. And then with your knees soft, exhale into a forward bend. A half lift as you look forwards, inhaling. And as you exhale, stepping back, taking your journey down to the ground, probably dropping knees for this first round. Roll the shoulders back as you're lying down, then press through the hands and inhale as you come up into a baby cobra. Let's do that a couple of times, exhaling as you come down. Letting the spine get used to the idea. Inhaling as you come up and exhaling as you come down. Inhaling as you come up. Keep the knees on the floor, push back, sitting back on your heels, stretching your arms out. A really lovely variation of sun salutation A. And let's walk our hands over to the right, pushing the left sitting bone away. Nice side stretch through the left-hand side of the body. And then inhale, walk to center, exhale, hands to the left, right sitting bone pressing back. Inhaling as you come back to center. Returning to a high plank. And exhaling to a down dog for 5 breaths. And let's use this as an opportunity to warm our feet up. So lift the heels, then drop the heels. And get to use your feet. Feel how everything's doing down on that foundation. As you inhale, step your feet forwards, exhaling into a forward bend. Inhaling as you come all the way up. Exhaling, hands to heart. Inhale, reaching up tall. Exhaling, forward bend. Inhale, a half lift. Exhale as you step back. You can choose drop the knees or take chaturanga. Just depends how feisty you're feeling today. Inhale as you come up. Exhale as you go back. See if you can turn your armpits in towards your heart. And just notice the space that creates between the shoulder blades as you gently press your heart towards your knees. And lift both the heels high up off the floor, and then drop the heels to the right, turning your gaze to the left.
Inhale as you come back up through center. And as you exhale, drop the heels to the left, gaze into the right. Inhale back up through center. Pick up the right foot, press the top of the foot onto the floor. And as you press down, almost drag the knee in towards you. So you get a nice stretch through the front of the foot. And then switch sides. Inhaling as you look forward, step your feet to your hands. Exhaling into a forward bend. Inhaling all the way up. Exhaling, hands to heart. Starting to really get a sense of the fluidity of the body. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, stepping back. Traveling to the earth, chaturanga if you choose. Up face dog if you choose. Exhaling back. Now let's keep the toes exactly as they are. Lower the knees to the floor. And let's take a moment to sit back into fire toes. To really wake our feet up this morning. Well done. And then bring the hands back to the floor, returning to down dog. 5 breaths here. Just notice for yourself if you can hear the sound of your breath, Ujjayi breath. Inhale, lift the gaze, stepping forwards. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale as you come all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. We're going to go into the triangle warrior sequence. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward bend. Half lift. Exhaling back. Inhaling forwards. Exhaling back. Left foot turns, right foot steps forward. Inhaling as your arms rise overhead. Pause for some breaths. So we first come to a shape, and that creates the container. And then as we feel the fluidity within that shape, we might find we need to wriggle and adjust the shape a little bit more to create more space. Opening your arms wide, opening your hips wide, dropping the hips low, Virabhadrasana B. Let's take a reverse B. And breathe here. Sometimes I quite like bending this top elbow, just taking hold of my left ear. And then the elbow can lift high and then get a little extra stretch through the side body. Inhale as you return to Virabhadrasana B. Straighten the front leg. And exhale as you come down to triangle. So again, often it's tempting to just find that first shape. It's a pose you're so familiar with. And that's a good place to start. But then as you deepen, you feel these currents, these tides and rivers within the shape. And they kind of provide an impulse to move a little, to change it, to create some more space within yourself. Well done. From here, we're going to take reverse triangles. So inhale, reaching the right hand up. Exhale, bend that right knee again. So you find yourself in reverse B. Inhale, open the arms wide. And exhale, windmill the hands down as we step back Chaturanga. Up face dog. Down face dog. And now the right foot turns, the left foot steps forward. Inhale as you come up. Not settling for the first place that you land. Curious about how you can adapt it. Opening your arms wide, Virabhadrasana B. Dropping the back hand. Inhale as you sweep backwards for reverse B. Possibly bending the elbow, taking hold of the ear. Inhale. Straighten that front leg. And exhale, Trikonasana. Inhale, take a reverse. Bend that front knee, returning to Virabhadrasana B. And windmill your hands down as you step back. Exhaling into down dog, 5 breaths. When you're ready, traveling forwards on the inhale. Exhaling, forward bend. Inhaling as you come all the way up. And exhaling, hands to heart. And I think we're going to take this pace a little faster. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, stepping back and down. Inhale to rise. Exhaling back. Left foot turns, right foot forwards. Inhale to rise. Exhale, Virabhadrasana B. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, straighten that front leg. Come all the way into Trikonasana. Pause for some breaths. Inhale, take a reverse triangle. Exhale, bend that front knee. Inhale, open wide. Virabhadrasana B. Exhale, windmill the hands. Vinyasa. Right foot turns, left foot forwards. Inhaling up. Exhaling wide. Inhaling reverse. Straightening the front leg. Exhaling Trikonasana. Pausing for breath. Inhale, reverse. Exhaling B. Inhaling reverse. And windmill the hands. Coming down. Exhaling down dog. Inhale as you step forwards, looking up. Exhaling, forward bend. Inhaling all the way up. Exhaling, hands to heart. And we're going to take the bound angle version of this. Inhaling up. Exhaling, forward bend. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, stepping back. Traveling to the floor. Inhaling as you rise. Exhaling as you come back. Left foot turns. Inhaling, right foot forwards, arms rise. Exhaling, arms wide. Inhaling, reverse. Exhaling, side angle. Pause for some breaths. Explore the pose. Explore where the hips are, how bent that front knee is. Perhaps the bottom hand wants to come down to the floor, perhaps the left hand wants to rise. Notice how the breath adjusts. Keep that front knee bent. Inhale as you come into reverse. Exhale as you come into B. Inhale, straighten the front leg, reverse. And exhale, windmill to the floor. All the way back and down. And right foot turns, left foot forwards. Inhale A. Exhale B. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Often very different from one side to the other. Take a moment to explore here. Maybe the bottom hand comes down to the floor. Maybe the right hand reaches tall. Keep that front knee bent as you inhale, reverse. And exhale, Virabhadrasana B. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Reverse triangle. Exhale, windmill the hands. Inhale. Exhale. 5 breaths. So probably the body feels quite different now to how it felt at the beginning. Probably the breath is quite a bit deeper. How is your connection with Mula Bandha? And your intention before we began the practice. How's that showing up as you practice? When you're ready, next inhale, stepping forwards. Exhaling, forward bend. Inhale as you come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll do the bound version. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Left foot turns, right foot forwards. Inhale. Exhale, B. Inhale. And side angle. Hand all the way down to the floor. Left arm over ear. And we can pause here for some breaths. Or you might choose to sweep that top arm back behind you and to take that bottom arm beneath, bringing your hands together. You can press down through the right foot And start to straighten your right leg. And then soften the knee, dropping the hips low. Releasing the arms, returning to side angle. Inhale, returning to reverse B. Exhaling, Virabhadrasana B. Inhaling, straighten the front leg, reverse triangle. Let's add triangle in here as well. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, windmill hands. Right foot turns, left foot steps forward. Inhaling as you come up. Exhaling, opening the arms wide, Virabhadrasana B. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle, hand all the way down to the floor. Left arm overhead, palm faces the floor, hips heavy. Option to take that right arm all the way back behind you, left hand curling beneath your thigh, hands coming together behind your back. Pressing down through the left foot, start to straighten the left leg. Bending the left knee, bringing the left hand to the floor, reaching the right arm up again, returning to side angle. Inhale, returning to reverse. Exhaling, Virabhadrasana B. Inhaling, reverse Trikonasana. Exhaling, Trikonasana. Inhaling, reverse Trikonasana. And windmilling the hands as you exhale back to the Vinyasa. Exhaling, down dog. 5 breaths. Take the weight to the left foot and reach the right leg up high behind you. Try not to swivel the hips yet. Square that top foot, let the toes point towards the earth. Left heel will drop slightly closer to the floor. Bend that top knee, swivel the hips, looking over to the right, pressing down through the left hand. Inhaling back to 3-legged down dog. Exhaling, looking forward, step the right foot forwards, coming down into a lunge. Back knee stays off the floor. Take a moment to settle, to wriggle, to flow here with breath. When you're ready, inhale, reaching the arms up high overhead. As you exhale, take the hands down in front of that right foot. Shift the weight to the right foot as you reach the left leg parallel to the floor. You can square the foot so the toes point down towards the earth. Keep the fingers on the floor as you inhale and look ahead of you. And as you exhale, you're going to drop your chin to your chest. Walk your hands back either side of the right foot and reach the left foot high. Coming into standing splits. As you exhale, bend the left knee, tuck the knee behind the right, lower yourself slowly down to the floor till your hips make contact with the floor. And you're sitting, holding onto your right knee, sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, left arm rises. Exhale, elbow comes across, right hand comes behind, turn and breathe. Inhale as you come back to center. Hands either side of that right foot. You're going to return up to the crouching pose, so knee tucked behind knee. Return as you straighten legs to the standing splits. And exhale down into the lunge, taking your time to settle. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, hands to the floor, stepping back, traveling down to the ground. Inhaling as you come up, exhaling as you go back. Pause for some breaths. Right foot stays down, left foot rises. Bend the top knee, swivel the hips, looking over to the left. Returning to three-legged down dog. Exhale as you look forward, step the left foot between your hands. And inhale, your arms rise. Hear the sound of your breath. On the next exhale, place the hands ahead of your front foot. Shift the weight to the left foot, bringing the right leg parallel to the floor, and then lift the gaze as you look forwards. As you exhale, tuck the chin towards the chest, let the right heel lift towards the ceiling. On the next exhale, tuck the right knee behind the left, bend the knees until you lower yourself down to the floor. The left knee in front of you. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Exhale, take the elbow across, bring the left hand behind. So again, you find the shape, and then you drop into the fluidity within that shape. Inhale, returning to center, hands either side of the left foot. Coming back up into the crouch. And then extending through the left leg and the right leg as you return to standing splits. Exhaling, foot back. Coming to the lunge. On the next inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhaling, hands to the floor. Stepping back. Take a little vinyasa. How is it feeling inside your body now? Slowly start to walk your hands in towards your feet. You come into a delicious forward bend. Let's fold arms. And if you wish, you can rock slightly from side to side. Bring your hands to your waist, soften your knees, and inhale as you come all the way back up. We're going to do a sequence called the seat of Isis now. It's just helping the feet and working with our balance. So, come to the back of your mat. Take a nice inhale and a nice exhale. Inhale as you lift your heels up off the floor. They're going to immediately fall over. And then exhale as you drop your heels down. Hands to waist, reach the right foot forwards. Point, and then flex, and then point the foot. With the foot pointed, bring it down in front of you. Lift both heels up off the floor. Reach the arms forward so they're parallel to the floor. And as you exhale, bend both knees as if you were coming to sit down. Take some breaths. Heels are up off the floor. Inhale, lifting up tall. Drop the heels down. Sweep the left knee up in front of you. Take your hand around the knee and draw it in towards you. And do a circle with your left foot. And then circle the opposite way. Release your hands, keeping your knee forwards. Inhale, straighten the leg out in front of you, and maybe bring your arms either side of your ears straight up to the ceiling, pointing your toes. You can keep your arms at your side if that feels better for you. As you exhale, sweep that leg back behind you, tip forward so you're coming into Virabhadrasana C. And let's square the back foot so the toes point down to the earth. Inhale as you come back up. Knee comes up in front of you, soften the right leg. Wrap the left leg around as we come into Garuda. Right elbow forwards, left over the top, palms together. Unraveling the arms, unraveling the legs, coming to standing. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, drop the heels. Pointing the right leg out in front of you, not so high, just as if you were doing a bit of a dainty step. Press the heel away, point the toe. Drop the toe down to the floor, lift both heels up off the floor. Reach your arms forwards, parallel to the floor. And as you exhale, bend the knees, come low. Inhale as you come back up. Drop the heels down to the floor. Bring your arms to your side as you bring your right knee up in front of you and hug the knee in towards your chest, circling your foot. Be sure you get to circle in both directions. Remove the arms, keep the knee high. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, extend the leg. Toes pointed. Pulling the tummy back towards the spine, Mula Bandha engaged. Breath deep. Exhale as you sweep back, coming to Virabhadrasana C, squaring that back foot. Inhale as you return, bringing the right knee forwards, wrap it around the left leg. Left elbow forwards as right arm comes over the top, palms come together. Everything squeezes to the midline. Release and come to standing. And just noticing how you feel here. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, forward bend. Take your hands to the right foot, wrap the hands underneath the foot. Shift your weight to your left leg as you bring your right foot up in front of you. Inhale, and as you exhale, push the foot forwards, standing with the leg extended in front of you. Next, exhale, take a little forward bend as you bring your forehead towards your shin. Inhale as you come back up. Left hand comes to the outside of the right foot. Right hand extends out behind you. And then exhale as you come back down. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, forward bend. Take your hands beneath your left foot. Shoot the weight into your right foot as you bring the left leg up and come to standing. On your next exhale, press the foot away. Inhale. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, return. Take the right hand to the outside of the left foot and extend the left arm out behind you. Releasing and bringing both legs down to the floor. Inhale, bring the right knee up in front of you. Place the foot across so you're making the number 4 with your legs. Arms come up overhead on the next inhale. And as you exhale, come into a seated chair pose. Inhaling back up, bringing your feet down to the floor. Inhale, left knee comes up in front of you, heel comes across. Arms reach up on the inhale, and as you exhale, seated chair pose. And inhale as you come back up. Arms either side of your body. Let's walk the feet outwards so the heels are on the mat, but the toes are dropping off the edges. Inhale as your arms come up, and as you exhale, hands come down through the midline of your body in prayer, coming down into Matsyasana. Taking some breaths here. Arms are pressing gently against knees, opening up the hips. And then from Matsyasana, see if you can gently come down to sitting. Well done. Okay, we're going to, what are we going to do now? I feel like I could do a 2-hour lesson today. I don't really want it to end. I'm having a lovely time. But I want to make sure you get your back bends in. So
Let's take the soles of the feet together, knees dropping out to the side. A little bit of Baddha Konasana to open up the hips. And do a little bit of rocking from side to side. Inhale as you sit up through the center. As you exhale, drop the chin to your chest, taking the crown of the head down towards your toes. Inhale as you come back up. Bring your knees up, and we're going to go into table. So your feet are flat, hip width apart, hands are behind you, fingers are pointing towards your sitting bones. Press into the palms, lift the hips, lift the heart, and breathe. You might even drop your head back if your neck is all happy with that. Exhale. As you come back down, drop your hips to the floor. We're going to take knees to the right, gazing to the left. Inhale through center and switch sides. A nice gentle twist to the spine. And then as you inhale, you're going to come up and lie on your tummy. So should we start off in Sphinx Pose? Always a good place to be. So hands, elbows are just beneath shoulders, maybe a little bit further forward. Palms are flat to the floor, fingers are wide apart. You can lay your legs down, tops of the feet pressing against the floor. Just take a moment to edge your ribcage further forward, creating space for liver and kidneys, drawing shoulder blades down your back. Take a nice inhale. And this might be enough for today, or you might want to press into your hands and come all the way up. Just notice what's going on with your shoulders. Can they melt away from the ears a bit more? And also be really aware of what's going on in your lower back. Exhaling as you lower yourself down. Bring your forehead to the floor. Bend your knees, catch hold of your feet. We're going to come into frog first. So for me, I prefer to have my knees a little bit further apart. You might choose the same. Thighs stay on the floor, forehead stays on the floor. And you bend the elbows up towards the ceiling, pulling your toes towards your shoulder blades. Press the hips down into the floor. And wrap your hands around the inside of your feet as we come up into, I can't remember the name of it, but you know the one. You're going to push your feet into your hands, lift your heart, knees are going to come up off the floor, and take some breaths. Exhaling, release as you come down. Hands come either side of your chest, so you can press down into the floor to sit back on your heels, stretching arms out in front of you. Inhale as you return all the way back. We're going to repeat again. Catching hold of your feet, kicking the feet into the hands, lifting the heart, lifting the thighs, breathing a deep breath.
exhaling as you come down, hands either side of your chest, pressing back to sit on your heels. Inhaling as you come up, and we're going to come and lie down on our backs. So perhaps start by hugging knees into chest and a little bit of rocking from side to side. Counter pose for those back bends there. How is the breath feeling from that? And then bringing your feet to the floor, hip width apart. Take your hands either side of your ears, elbows pointing directly up at the ceiling. And you can take whichever variation of this feels good for you. Perhaps this is enough. Perhaps coming onto the crown of your head is enough. Or maybe taking the full Dhanurasana is enough. Either way, just be sure that the feet feel really rooted. All 10 toes are pressing into the floor. And the elbows don't drop out to the side. They stay directly above the wrists. Lowering yourself down when you want to take a little rest, and maybe taking a second time of Dhanurasana. If one feels like enough, why not come into happy baby? And then slowly, we're going to go from here into plow. So as always, just be sensitive to yourself. If your neck is uncomfortable, if you've got your period, then inversions just aren't really for you today. So you can come straight into Shavasana. Otherwise, coming into plow, keep your legs in towards you, arms either side of your body, and just let the legs come overhead towards the floor behind you. You're going to bend your elbows and support your back with your hands. And with your hands supporting your spine, you might choose to come up into shoulder stand. And when the time feels right, use your hands to guide you gently back down to the floor. Coming into Matsyasana to offer that beautiful reverse movement to the spine. Legs are straight, toes are pointing. Sitting on the tops of your hands, bend the elbows so the chest comes high and the head hangs. Lowering yourself back down to the floor. And coming into Shavasana. Laying with your feet apart, toes dropping out to the side. Arms gently placed away from the body. Every exhale, an opportunity to feel heavier, to land and arrive, and to allow yourself to be held by the floor.
Noticing the sounds you can hear in the space around you. Perhaps you can hear the sound of your breath. Bringing the tips of your thumbs to the tips of each of your fingers as you reorient yourself to your body. Maybe stretching out your arms and legs. And perhaps hugging knees to chest. Pressing the lower back into the floor. Rolling to your side. Slowly making your way back up to sitting. Thank you so much for coming today. Enjoy the rest of your day. Namaste. Well done, everyone.